Hey you guys, welcome back to another video.
I'm always doing the most, finish my cup and reload. Let it swing right back, let it swing right back.
Welcome back to another client set. We are doing a redesign and infill, and I'm so excited for this one because the design is super fun and colourful and a little bit of a mix and a match set. So yeah, if you want to see how we created it and you just generally love watching nail videos, then stick around. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, like and hype, and also leave me a comment down below. I will be responding to all of you guys as always. And yeah, let's jump straight into the removal of this design. So I'm using my favorite removal bit. I generally switch between this one and the ceramic bit for gel polish removal, but this one seems, I don't know, it's a bit more like nom nom, you know, it gets it off way more quicker than the ceramic bit. So it's one that I reach for a lot. It is the Glitter Planet 5-in-1 carbide bit. Absolutely insane. Then I'm switching to the smooth top ceramic bit in the medium grit, and we're just shortening down the length. I'm just doing it generally with this bit, and then I will come in with my hand file to refine that later on. But by using the e-file, it just speeds up my process and means we can get to the infill and design work much quicker than if we did all of this with a hand file. Once we've finished shortening the nails and we've removed all the design, it's time to start preparing the natural nail ready for the enhancement to be applied. So of course we need to do our thorough prep all again for this natural nail area that is now exposed. I think the regrowth on the previous set was between 4 and 6 weeks. I'm not 100% sure, but there's plenty of growth there. There is no lifting, but that cuticle and nail plate does need some work before we can come in and do our infill. So with the super scraper, I've gone in and pushed back each of the nails, the cuticle, and then I'm flipping it around with the scraper side. And as you can see, we're just slightly lifting that proximal fold, making sure it's slightly separated from the nail plate, not too much. We don't want to be like digging in there, and scraping off any cuticle from the nail plate as well. Then we're going to come in with our nippers and we are doing a light bit of trimming. There isn't a lot since obviously my client's been in 4 to 6 weeks before. The cuticles are quite tidy. There's just a little bit of excess there that we're going to tidy up. This is an optional step, guys. You do not have to do this bit. I didn't do it for years working in the salon, and then when I worked for myself as well as self-employed, and now mostly I do it, but sometimes it's like I say, it's not always necessary. Just literally tailor it to each client, or each nail sometimes can be a little bit different. Now that we've done with that, we're going to come in with my favourite cuticle bit. This one is so gentle on the natural nail plate and the surrounding areas. It is the Glitter Planet Cuticle Clean. It's a carbide bit, but it's super gentle. So you just run it around that cuticle area and proximal fold, and as you can see, it just lifts up all that dead cuticle from the natural nail plate. Then switching over to my mini mandrel and 180 grit standing band, we're going to come in, prep that natural nail plate, and also further blend in the acrylic where it needs blending. So I'm actually passing over the acrylic product there and a few passes over that natural nail just to etch the nail plate gently, ready for product application. I am going in and just removing any bits of polish that I also see there, and it just means that I don't have to come in with my hand file and do that later on. And yeah, once we've done that, we're going to come in with safe scrub and cleanse the nail plate, make sure it's all dehydrated, prepped, ready for product application, and then we will come in with our primer. I'm using the Nailmate Pro Bond. This is the acid primer. We also have Ultra Prime, which is the acid-free nail primer. So depending on which one you need, there are benefits to using each of them, and you can try them out and see which one you like the best. Next, I'm using my size 10 acrylic brush. This one is also from Glitter Planet and Milky Pink acrylic, along with the premium adhesive monomer. We're going ahead and doing our infill, so we're just using one bead at the cuticle area, allowing that product to level. Using our brush as the barrier, we don't want any product to be touching or flooding into those side walls or getting it on the skin, blending it down into the acrylic that is already there, and that is it. That is how simple this infill is. And as long as you continue to do your nail prep correctly, use high quality products, you can also have such a simple process, and it just means that you are saving time and not worrying about, oh my gosh, I've got way more work than I thought that I was going to have. It just means your infill process can be super simple, especially if you're just doing a gel design over the top. It is just a one colour application and done. So this is how the nails are looking before we come in and file. These are now a natural overlay, and we have Milky Pink on each of the nails. I'm coming in with the 5-in-1 carbide bit. We're just sealing around that cuticle area and slightly debulking. Honestly, they don't need a lot. The kind of thickness and structure of the nail is more like on point. It really doesn't need a lot taken down. It's more just refining that shape slightly. Then I'll come in with my hand file and further refine, especially on that free edge. Then we can start the design. So when you're coming in with a gel polish design over acrylic, you do want to make sure you've really sealed in the cuticle area and that it's nice and flush, so that when you put your gel polish on, it doesn't look really bulky at the cuticle area. So that is super duper important. Then go ahead, remove all the dust, all the excess, anything. You want the nails to be nice and clean so you can come in and do the design work. So I am starting off with this gorgeous blue cat eye, and we're just popping it on the nail, activating the cat eye effect using the 5D magnet. And then I'm going to come in with our rainbow chunky wand and just pull it up so that it's covering the entire nail. Just like this. Then with the galaxy orbs, we're going ahead and creating this water rippling effect. Since this is a tropical holiday set, I really wanted to have that sea kind of pool party effect in there. So that is exactly what we did. Once I was happy with it, we cured it in the lamp for 60 seconds, and then on the next two fingers we're coming in with one thin coat of Oh Darling, which is our Build Plus gel. It is our rubber base and it just looks gorgeous over this Milky Pink as a natural sheer base. Once I cured that in the light for a full 60 seconds, I'm applying Lagoon to this area. I'm not curing it yet because I'm going to come in with the Ombre Way brush and just blend that product up the nail. Once I finish blending, this does not need to be perfect because we're going to come in with our shimmery gel over the top, and that will kind of disguise that blend line anyway. It was more just to have like the base colour down for the glittery gel. We're going to paint this pinky a lemon yellow. We're just going to do 2 coats of that colour, and then we're going ahead and doing an aura nail. So I'm going to build up the centre of the nail with, I think I used Beach Babe or OMG Pink, I can't remember which one. Nice and sheer, but I did, I think, 2 to 3 layers of that curing between each one before I came back and added the next step. So whilst I cured that, I worked on the shimmery one and we added Mermaid over the Lagoon, and it just looked absolutely gorgeous. Then using OMG Pink, we are painting this French, and this set was just super fun to do. I love doing mix and match sets where no nail is the same on each hand. I just think they look super duper cool and they are so fun to look at. Like, you can never get bored because literally every single nail is different, and I love that. We're doing another blue sea nail on the thumb. Looking good. I just love the Galaxy Orb magnets. They are so fun. Then I'm going to go ahead and we are adding some abstract nail art over the top of the French. I'm using Tipex white gel polish for this. And if you've been searching for a white gel that is ultra pigmented, amazing at line work, French and full cover, then this might just be the one for you. It's absolutely insane, guys. I'm obsessed with it. And the brush that I'm using is the Cosmic Liner. It is our 12mm liner brush, and you can check out all my products on my website, which is Glitter Planet, and I will link everything in the description, so if you want to check it out, you absolutely can. Coming back in with OMG Pink, we're going ahead and we are just doing some zebra print over this aura nail, and it looked so cool. Honestly, the vibes were vibing. It looks so good. I'm adding a bit of gem glue to the nails. I haven't top coated these yet, guys, so they are still with that tacky layer, but I'm coming in with a bit of that gem glue and then adding some starfish, some studs and some crystals into this nail. Then on the turquoise nail where we've got that shimmery ombre, we're going to add just a triangular charm, and that just really set off the whole vibe of the design. I could have kept going, but I didn't want to kind of overdo it. I felt like it was cutesy, just enough on there, and the whole set really worked beautifully together. So I top coated everything, cured it in the lamp, and then added my cuticle oil, and this is the final look, you guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Hopefully you love how this set turned out. So here it is, the final look. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, please remember that you are bomb.com, lit as fuck, and don't ever let anybody tell you any different, because you've got this and I love you. Mwah. Bye! You can check out all the products on my website at Glitter Planet. Bye, guys!